Hi everyone, welcome back to the JBJog, and I am delighted to say I'm here in Kenya, arrived safely, and so pleased to be able to go into this week's topic here, which is about your breath, your breathing, your cycles of breathing. And earlier this week, I put out a quote, one of my quotes about the art of breathing, and breathing in and breathing out is representative of the contradictions we generally deal with in life, and their opposite and also their opposite actions. So it's about learning that our whole life is filled in dealing with one approach and then simultaneously working its opposite reaction, and that's the key to balanced and inspired living. But today, I'm going to take things a step further when it comes to breath. And most people will tell you that your greatest, most important sources of energy intake, when I ask them, in fact, when I say to people, well, what would you say your most important and greatest source of energy intake is? And they'll say things like food and sleep, and of course the exercise generates that, but they're going food, water, and sleep. Without those energy intakes, we would die. And then to ask yourself, well, okay, if you didn't sleep for a long time, would it kill you? Well, it wouldn't directly. I've not seen anybody's epitaph saying died because of lack of sleep. Maybe compromise from having not had sleep, the immune system's not working very well, and you're more susceptible to disease and so on. But it's not a big thing. But if you stop eating, it takes about a month to die. And of course, if you don't drink, it's 3 or 4 days, depending on the conditions you're operating in. But how long does it take to die if you're not breathing? Minutes, probably a minute in some cases. So that is why our breathing is so important to us, and yet we take it for granted as being something we just do. So one of the things that I would like to share with you today is, in these really stressful times, I use what I call my natural sleeping pill, but I use it with everything. And I especially use it with my clients who are dealing with PTSD. It's a wonderful way to bring your breath into balance and get oxygen into your lungs. So I'm going to share that with you today as part of the JBJog. So if you could just close your eyes, and I'm going to guide you. And I'm going to do 3 breaths with you, and we're going to breathe in to the count of 4, hold it, and then breathe out for the count of 4 and hold it. And we're going to do that 3 times. It's especially good for when you're feeling extremely stressed out. And a lot of people in Europe and so on, in those places where lockdown is back in place again, are feeling pretty stressed out. So for all of us, let's give this a go. So just gently close your eyes, or just be in a place of feeling as relaxed as you can. And now we'll start. I'll guide you. So gently breathe in and hold. Now breathe out through your mouth and hold. Breathe in again. Release. And another breath. Keep it there. Just let it out. And hold. And now breathe normally. Makes a big difference getting that oxygen into your bloodstream. And just to end off, to say to you, the expansion and the contraction, the attraction and the repulsion, the pulse of life is happening all the time. When you try to control that pulsing of life and only be more one than the other, so if you're breathing in very, very heavily, the chances are you're very attached to feeling like overexcited. And have you noticed that when you're feeling down, your out breath is very heavy? So that's an imbalance in your breath intake. When you're breathing in, or you're the art to this and to all your emotions and thoughts as well is to be able to evenly breathe in and breathe out in a balanced, manageable way. And that breath exercise I gave you now is wonderful for getting your breath into balance. Because when that goes into balance, it's that much more easier to start using the exercises that help you to start bringing your thoughts into that same manageable pulse of life, so that your thoughts aren't in extreme one way or the other, the extreme or the extreme in your thoughts and feelings. So give it a try today. And if you'd like to know more about this, please do contact me. See you next week. Lots of love. Bye.